What's going on today? We have a beautiful trade recap. We took 2 trades today, 2 L's, but the second trade very valid. Both of our entries were honestly kind of valid. And right after we got stopped out, price ran straight to TP. So take notes from this video. Pretty important. Here is the second trade that we took here. You can see we got stopped out just barely with an SMT down here, and then price ran straight to TP. So clearly we're reading the market right. We just unfortunately got stopped out, right? So let's go ahead and recap. So what were we looking at going into the day? On the daily time frame, this is where I like to start out every single day. You can see, number one, we had this big new week opening gap here. Number two, according to PXL, PXH, right, the previous day before that, we swept out this high, closed down below, which means we would be bearish down to this previous day low. Now, I had that in the back of my mind, but at the same time, we obviously had a big new week opening gap, and once we filled that new week opening gap, mostly we didn't really need to go down to previous day low, so I didn't care if we did or didn't, right? Also, we had this big 4-hour bullish rejection block here, so that was another reason. Didn't really care if we actually took out previous day low today, but based on PXL, PXH, that's what we were looking at. But again, that wasn't really our bias, so I was going into the day short bias. Now the reason why is because we have this massive new week opening gap here that we want to see at least 50% of it get tapped normally, right? Now clearly you can see more of it got tapped than that. We filled probably 90% of this, and that's a very good thing. Now of course, that's going to put you in a little bit tricky of a position, because when you're looking at it, you're like, damn, are we going to fill this whole thing or not? And the reason why I didn't care if we did is because we already filled in most of it. So clearly we've taken out a ton of liquidity, and there's only like, what, 25 points we didn't fill. Now, that's still a decent amount, but we got this huge move to the upside. I mean, this is a 4-hour candle right here. So it was bearish all the way down to here, huge 4-hour candle to the downside. But then price literally flipped that candle back bullish. So 300 points to the upside, there's no reason for us to come all the way back down. And if we do, we're not going to be looking for longs right here, because if we come all the way back down to fill this, we're probably going to go lower, maybe down to this low even, right? Or even down to this gap down here. So I didn't really want to see that happen. So once we got this big move up and 4-hour close bullish, I was like, okay, we're bullish. And yeah, so on the 4-hour time frame, which we're looking at, there's not much, right? We have this big 4-hour bullish rejection block, so that's nice. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot else. I'm just kind of building my bias, right? So whenever market opened, we were trading in this hourly candle here, and again, I was bearish coming into this, and I want to see us fill in more of this gap, which we did, but we didn't fill the whole thing. Again, totally fine. But then we flipped this candle bullish. We were up 318 points, so clearly we were bullish. So that kind of leads me to where we're at, right? We had waited on our 10 a.m. open, because even if you wanted to take these trades down here, we have this 5-minute rejection block here, but it doesn't get confirmed till we close up here. We never get this retapped for us to get an entry. The 15, same thing, no touch. The 1 minute even, no touch, right? We front run it by a couple points. So nothing to even take in terms of longs there. So you try to stay patient if you're trading this strategy. So we get the 10 a.m. open. Let me actually go to the 1 minute time frame here, because this is where things get saucy. So we get this 10 a.m. open right here. We do have a no wick candle, but unfortunately we wick it just a little bit, but still kind of okay. We have this candle right here. But anyway, let's see, how big is this wick from right here? A 6-point wick, not big enough, in my opinion, for this to be considered the manipulation, right? So I still want to see a bigger move above 10 a.m. So whenever price just starts running down here, I'm thinking this is our manipulation, so we can go higher and trade above 10 a.m. open, right? Because as you know, these candles, you get kind of consolidation. We open, we get a manipulation to one side, creating the wick. Then we get a move really higher, like way up here, creating the top wick, and then we get a nice move back down, and then we close in here. So that's like what our candle would look like, right? Open, low, high, close. So that's what we were trading. So we get this open, low, high, and then close back in here, right? So that's kind of what we were trying to trade. So here's my entry, right? The reason you may be thinking, why are you on the 1 minute? Get off the 1 minute. Okay, cool. We'll get off the 1 minute. Let's look for a 5-minute gap in here. Not really much, right? Granted, actually, now I am seeing this. We do have a 5-minute gap right here, which if I would have seen that, well, I guess we didn't have this, because at the time we were trading right here. Let's go on the 1 minute, because I'm going to show you my first entry, and it's not the one we're looking at. My first entry, so right here we're trading. Yeah, this was my first entry. You see, we get this bullish candle right here. Not a great candle, not going to lie to you, but we have this 1 minute gap right here. Boom. And I believe, yeah, this is at 9:02. So on the 5 minute, we didn't have a gap here. We did not. We were creating the gap, but we didn't have it yet. So this was the only, we had this 1 minute and this 1 minute. Those are the only gaps. So once we got this bullish rejection block here, I went ahead, took a stab at it. Boom, boom, right here. Then clearly, didn't go well. Got tagged out pretty damn quick. So there's one loss. That was our first trade. Same idea though. We want manipulation above 10 a.m. We don't have it yet. Also targeting midnight open. We're inside of this 1 minute gap here. We got a nice reaction off of it, but we did have this gap down here. So that's why I was okay taking this loss with the idea I'm just gonna re-enter here and make back my losses if we take a loss, right? So we did take the loss. Then we get this bullish candle here. So this is my entry stop right here. It literally looked just like this. I can place it for you, I think. Let's see. Create limit order. Something like this. So you can see, boom, boom. That's what it looked like. TP up here, and price completely just ran me, right? So took a minute for us to get in. Now, why does this look decent? Also, because we have this fib here, 705 level aligns perfectly with that 1 minute rejection block out of a 1 minute gap, the only gap that we have. But I guess at this time, now if we actually look at the 5, we do have a 5 minute gap in here. So in hindsight, I guess I should have waited for this 5 minute gap, because if we did that, then you can see this entry obviously gets stopped out. Bang. But now we delete all this. We have this 5 minute gap we're actually reacting out of. So this 1 minute rejection block would look way better, in my opinion now. So this is what I should have done, is just waited for this 5 minutes to get created. It wasn't too bad of what I did, but if we waited on this, the only issue here is there's no entry. There's no entry. I'm almost positive. And now it's only a 4.5 R, but you could stretch this bad boy out to a 5 if you really wanted. Probably gets hit. But now let's see if we even get an entry, right? Place our order. Let's see. 3. That looks good. Okay, let's see if we would get an entry here, because this is what... No, this is what I'm saying. So very unfortunate. And I was low-key looking for a re-entry here, but there wasn't one because we never tapped this 1 minute rejection block. So I guess it would have just been a no trade day. I don't know. I'm okay with the second trade I took. The first trade I took, not very happy with this one here. I mean, that's not a great rejection block. Could have played out, and it looked like it was playing out when we moved up here, but still not the best. And we had this 1 minute gap underneath us. Probably should have just waited on that. But those are the trades I took for today. I'm not trying to make this video too long. I just want to recap. We read the market really well, and so hopefully that's what you can get from this video. But unfortunately, just took a loss today, 2 of them actually, so that's pretty bad. I went ahead and copped a Lucid account, so going to be trading on that as well, probably pretty aggressively, seeing if we can get that pass quick and have some more fun as a stack. So yeah, but that's it for me today. Hopefully you guys had a better day than me. Again, we read price well, just unfortunate entries. If you want to learn something from this video, it'd be wait for the higher gap. The 1 minute gap was okay for that second entry, not for the first one really. But this 5 minute would have been way better. And honestly, yeah, not even the 5 minute got tapped. So unfortunate front run here. If you would have been waiting on this, super unfortunate. But that's all you can do. Come back tomorrow and try again. So again, hopefully you guys had a better day than me. Drop some comments. Please leave a like if you guys have been enjoying these videos. I'm going to try to put together a backtesting video of the 10 a.m. open with confluences. A lot of people have been asking for that because you guys did enjoy the 10 a.m. backtesting video with no confluences, and I still showed how it was profitable even with no confluences. So hopefully you guys have been practicing that as well. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow or the next day, because actually tomorrow I'm going to be out of town, probably still trading, but may not be able to get a video up on the YouTube. But I'll catch you guys very soon. So good luck trading. Peace.